Hello everyone, my name is Maishimoto. I would like to introduce Mr. Miyake. He is going to make a presentation about what he is interested in. Please listen to him.
Thank you, Ms. Ishimoto. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Yuto MIYAKE. Today, I'd like to make a presentation about scientific practice of Mr. Shingo Katayama. This is today's outline. First, I'd like to introduce Mr. Shingo Katayama. Second, I'd like to introduce the practice of Mr. Katayama. Third, I'd like to explain the motion of muscle. Fourth, I'd like to explain the motion of skeleton. Finally, I'd like to state a conclusion, which includes my original practicing method. Have you ever envied people who are good at playing sports in spite of not having a strong body? If you listen to my presentation, you may get a hint which lets us revenge such people. As a typical example of person, like I stated, I'd like to select Mr. Shingo Katayama, who is a professional golfer. Mr. Katayama's height is 171 cm and weight is 75 kg. So to speak, he doesn't have much difference from average Japanese people. However, he won 26 times at Japan Golf Tour and became prize money king 5 times. In other words, he is one of the strongest professional golfers in Japan. First, I'd like to introduce the way Mr. Katayama practices. Look at this picture. He uses soft ball, which is as big as handball. It is used by being sandwiched between both elbows. He swings not to drop the ball. By doing this practice, when we raise our arm, our right arm twisted right side naturally, and when we lower golf club, our right arm twisted left side naturally. From now on, I'd like to state the advantage of this practice. Next, I'd like to explain the motion of muscle by the practice of Shingo Katayama. According to Tezuka, as to the swing of baseball, when we raise our arm, our right arm is twisted to the right side, and muscle of chest gets longer. We call this condition, we call this motion external rotation. By doing this motion, as expanded rubber contracts, expanded muscle contracts quickly. We call this motion stretch reflex. By doing stretch reflex, expanded muscle contracts fast, and we can improve our swing speed. Finally, I'd like to explain the motion of skeleton by the practice of Mr. Katayama. There are two bones at our forearm. The two bones are parallel in the normal condition. when we bring our arm down, our forearm twisted to the left side. When we do so, the two bones become crossed. We call this condition pronation. When we do this motion, the strong points of bone become a straight line. So we can convey strong power to the ball efficiently. Considering the circumstances mentioned above, we can state that Mr. Katayama practices with scientific method. So as a conclusion, Mr. Katayama is strong because he practices with scientific method in spite that he doesn't have strong body. Finally, as my idea, I introduce my original practicing method. From the things stated above, we can find that it is needed that we twist our arm in the backswing and twist our arm left side in the forward swing. To achieve this motion, the practicing method I thought out is that I grip golf club with interval both hands. If we do this practicing method, we can twist our arm to the right and left easily. If we keep practicing this method, we should be able to convey our whole power to the ball. These are differences. Thank you very much for your listening.